International break is finally over. Oh my god, it felt so long and it has been great for Aston Villa. We had tonight our match against Leeds United and we have won against them. It was an away match. We have won 1-2 against Leeds and that has brought us fourth position in the EPL table, which is also very exciting. We are under Arsenal, Man City and Chelsea. No, I would correct the order. It is Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and then Aston Villa. So yeah, all good things. What I have decided to do is that my post-match videos, I have decided to change the format of that. We're going to do 4 sections and please wait till the end of the video to know all the 4 sections that we're going to follow. So I'm calling this new format a fangirls match report. The first section is called I Screamed When. And today, that moment has to be for me Morgan Rogers' second goal. And it was a literal scream because my partner was bathing and he came running to know what's happened. And that goal was so beautiful. It was a free kick. And usually, our free kicks are taken by either Megan, Bundia, or Digne, and none of them were on the field when the free kick was given to us. So Morgan Rogers stepped in and it was so beautiful. He just like kicked it straight, it went and then dipped. The goalkeeper didn't even move from his position. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. As soon as the goal was scored, Morgan Rogers ran to Austin McPhee, who's our set piece coach, and he shook his hands, and it clearly showed that he owes this goal to him because Rogers is not our usual free kick taker, and something like it was probably to dedicate the goal to him or whatever. Like it was a very, very sweet moment that he went and like almost hugged him. The second section that I'm always going to have is I had to Google this. Now, I'm a new football fan, and I think with every match I'm growing and learning more and more. So usually I'm Googling a lot of things while watching after matches. So in today's match, the thing I had to Google as soon as the match was over was to find out that how many away games Aston Villa has won, because that's something we've been talking about also, and I keep reading about this, that how our away performance has been abysmal, not just this season, our previous season also. So yeah, I googled. We have played 6 away matches till now and we have won only 2 of them. Leeds United match was one of it, and before this we won against Tottenham. So yeah, I really hope that our away form catches up and we're able to turn things around. So yeah, that's what I had to google. I'm calling my third section This Gave Me Hope section. So, in today's match, I have to say this, that it was an away match. It was against a fairly smaller team, and this match would have given us 3 points and taken us a rank above in our table. Now, usually, whenever the situation is this, Aston Villa never wins. Like, we will win a match against Man City, and then immediately after that, we'll lose to Go Ahead Eagles. So, in fact, it was a joke also. I kept telling people that how Aston Villa never wins against smaller teams, and we usually will put our heart and soul against the bigger ones. And whenever it will be some team that obviously the odds are in our favor, obviously we're supposed to win, we end up losing. So today when we won, I was like, is this even an Aston Villa team that I recognize? Like, what is going on? So yeah, it gave me a lot of hope, and it also brought us to the 4th position in the table, which is exciting. And in fact, the power has gotten to my head. That's a joke I've been cracking. My partner is a Chelsea supporter, but in spite of their team being in the 2nd position, I've already told him that this whole week he's supposed to call me Madam Kanishka because my team is in the 4th position and it's glorious. The 4th section of this video will always have this segment called My Therapist is going to hear about this. Now, in today's match, I feel in spite of us winning and giving a great performance, we looked very good as a team. I still feel extremely bad for Watkins. Like, he's our striker. He's supposed to be scoring all these goals for us, and he's having such a tough season. Like, the previous season was also tough for him, but this season something's happened. Like, I know he's getting a lot of hate also, and sometimes I'm also very angry with him, but I feel so bad because his confidence seems to be completely shattered. I always feel like I wish I was there to give him a hug. I hope his team members are hugging him enough because it seems like a complete loss of confidence on his part. There are some very easy goals that can easily be converted, and he always misses them. You look at his face, you think something is amiss. So I'm very worried for him, because it's been a terrible performance so far. And I think the more terrible performance you stack up, it gets to your head. And I'm sure that psychologically also he's feeling the burden of not performing as a striker. Like, anybody from our bench comes within minutes, they score. And Watkins is given like nice 60 minutes or sometimes 90 also, and he's not been able to score. So yeah, I'm feeling very, very worried. And I always keep imagining that when they're alone, like after the match is done, the team is of course supportive. McGinn is always saying good things about Watkins, but when he's alone with his thoughts, what is he feeling? Like, is he talking to his therapist about this? Because I definitely am going to. So, I mean, I'm kidding, of course, I'm not, but like, yeah, it is something that is bothering me. So, yeah, this is my new format for these videos. I hope you like them. If you've still not subscribed to my channel, please do. That will help me grow. Till then, up the villa, looking forward to the next match. And yes, I'm very happy.